Welcome to the bottom of the rabbit hole. Salute to all the Matrixologists for tuning in. You are always appreciated. In this video, Hugo Weaving talks a little Matrix 4 scheduling conflict. So if this is your first time down here, or you simply want to know everything about the Matrix media, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any Matrix 4 updates. Now I know some people are thinking, oh, this is old news. This time around, Weaving went into a little more detail than he did in the original story that broke early in the year. I found this comingsoon.net article titled, Exclusive, Hugo Weaving Talks The Matrix 4. The article says, quote, another Matrix film is coming, which means we can look forward to another adventure featuring Neo, Trinity, some iteration of Morpheus, and everyone's favorite bad guy, Agent Smith. Actually, check that. As it turns out, Hugo Weaving, as has been known for quite a while now, will not return as Smith in The Matrix 4 due to scheduling conflicts. The actor confirmed as much in an exclusive interview with comingsoon.net, in which he explained the circumstances surrounding his departure from the beloved franchise. Lana Wachowski had rung me up at the beginning of last year, Weaving explained. We've worked together 5 times, the Wachowskis and I, on 3 Matrix films, V for Vendetta and Cloud Atlas. I've hung out with them all over the world for many, many years. So yes, Lana was very keen for me to be involved in The Matrix. There was a reading with Keanu, Carrie, and myself, and a few others from the old family. I loved a lot of it, and wasn't sure about other bits, he said. Ultimately, we talked about it, and when the offer came through to do it for Warner, I said yes the next day, and I talked to Lana. At the time, Weaving was scheduled to work at the National Theatre in London from November to April. Lana wanted Weaving to film his scenes from February until May, but the scheduling would have clashed with his prior engagement. I thought we could have done my scenes in May, June, and July, and we talked about money and we talked about they were negotiating, Weaving said. And we were all pretty much sorted and agreed on dates and it was all fine, but then Lana decided she didn't think it was going to work, so she pulled the plug on the negotiations. That's where it ended up. She basically didn't feel that my commitment to the National Theatre was going to fit in with the dates that she had in mind for me. Considering Weaving was set to film for nearly 4 months, one wonders just how integral to the plot Smith was. And while the actor couldn't reveal any details regarding the plot of the new film, he did voice his regrets about not returning for another go as Smith. It was a shame in one way that I couldn't be with them all in Berlin, but that was her call, he said. So that was it really. I know they then started shooting in San Francisco, and they were going to shoot in Chicago, and then they ended up starting in Berlin, but it was shut down. But they restarted again. I don't know how they're going, but yeah, it would have been lovely to be over there to hang out with them all. I'm very fond of Keanu and Carrie. I haven't seen them for a while, but I am looking forward to seeing it. End quote. A couple of new takeaways here. Weaving said there was a reading with, quote, others from the old family. We know Jada Pinkett Smith and Lambert Wilson are returning, but there seems to still be some wiggle room left for a returning role that hasn't been announced. He also mentioned that the original Chicago filming location rumors were true, but that the production ended up in Berlin instead. So it seems production would have started in San Francisco no matter what. Now when you take a closer look at the dates provided, it appears that Hugo Weaving was trying to be available for the second location, but not necessarily the first, as he originally planned to be available in May, once San Francisco had already wrapped. I've read many different blog articles suggesting that Neil Patrick Harris would be replacing Hugo Weaving as an agent of the system. I think this new information may rule that out, since we know Neil Patrick Harris was on location in San Francisco, and that he has already returned to the United States from the Studio Babelsberg shoot in Germany. However, in the original Jonathan Groff lands role in Matrix sequel video, here on this channel, I mentioned that I believe there is a very good chance Groff will be playing an agent of the system in The Matrix 4. I am not yet sure that I am sold on him playing Agent Smith or even the primary villain, but today's news certainly makes me feel more confident about my original prediction, especially since I recently talked about Groff potentially playing Agent Gray in the Jess Wick video. I'll leave links in the description for anyone who wants to get caught up there. For those of you who don't know, Agent Gray was the machine mission controller in The Matrix Online, and at one point in the game, he would experience residual Smith virus glitches. Another thing I noticed is that Weaving said there were some parts of the script he loved, and that he wasn't sure about other bits. It is impossible to know if any changes may or may not have been made to his character since the decision to go another way. Potentially, the Agent Smith character could have been removed altogether. But it does tell us that Weaving at least read a version of the script, whereas in the Morpheus update video, Lawrence Fishburne recently stated that he hadn't read anything and wasn't invited at all. On a brighter note, at the time this video is being recorded, It is Keanu Reeves' 56th birthday. So on behalf of Matrix University, I wish you all a breathtaking, happy Keanu Day. Be excellent to each other. Make sure you check out the Matrix University merch at our Teespring shop. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember, as one realizes that one is a dream figure in another person's dream, that is self-awareness.